Hello, everybody. Hope you're all well. Hope we're all ready for this big one. Big Andalusian derby. Hopefully, with the results what's been in this weekend, then there's only one outcome coming on this, and that's a Málaga win. So fingers crossed. There's only one outcome coming on this, and that. Yeah, just as Nick's just said, guys, he's just having a couple of problems with his microphone, so you have the task of just myself at the moment. So put your Yorkshire subtitles on and feel free to get your comments in, lads. We really appreciate it when we can all get chatting together, etc. Paul, evening, mate. Matt, good evening. This is the new one. It was a treat for Laura, but however, I've had to take it for now. Steve, good to see you, mate. Are we all feeling confident? Can we have a couple of score predictions? I personally think this is going to be a very, very tough, hard-fought 1-0 victory. But it really is crucial that we get those 3 points tonight, I believe. With a beef, if anybody didn't see, a beef got beat home 3-1 today against Intercity. Castellón got beat yesterday. I believe it was 2-1, but I'm not 100%. But it shows that there's not just us who are struggling at times at this level, albeit 8 games unbeaten. We do have to keep reminding ourselves that we are in a very good position. I hope you've all got your cervezas ready, because as always, we never know what to expect from Malaga, so this stuff really helps us. Oops. But yeah, Matt Butler take a 2-1 win. I'd take that every day at week, pal. Michael, hope you well. Results yesterday. Yeah, I think this is going to be a tough one. I mean, I think, like the lad said on the podcast the other day, this is a huge, huge game for Antequera. Every game is a big game for Malaga, but it's proven in this division, every team against Malaga, it's like a cup final for them. So although we may not see this as a big Andalusian derby, it definitely is an Andalusian derby. So definitely can't be taken lightly. There's my mate Carl. Tally send soon, Nick. Did anybody struggle with the app today? I know I've had to watch it on the internet, in the internet one rather than the app. For some reason, I just kept getting a loading screen. So first time that's happened in a while. To be honest, I can't say the app's been bad to me. But all in all, I hope everybody's well. I hope everybody's had a good weekend, and I hope after 90 minutes of this, we're all going to be even happier. So, salud, amigos. And let's get down to business, eh? Looks like Antequera. No, Malaga started off pretty well here. We've got a corner. Only 2 minutes in. I think set pieces are something what we can take advantage of this season. And one thing, when Nick does get it, I'm sure we'll speak about, but this camera is actually a lot better than we thought. We've really struggled with cameras in previous Antequera games, but this one seems to be doing well. As far, I know I'll probably jinx it any time now. Something's happening regarding the ref, but I have no idea. The game's back. Any thoughts on the team from anybody? I personally think it's as strong as we could have gone. Hopefully today, after Hightown being on the bench 3 times, hopefully today is the day when he's finally ready to get on that pitch, because I think we desperately need him. I think he's an unbelievable talent. Yep, they have started well, Steve. I think what we need with Malaga is we just need some consistency. A full 90-minute performance. I don't think can we say we've had a 90-minute performance so far of a degree? It's up to you guys. But it looks like Pelly says definitely put the Pelly press on the guys today. They are definitely attacking the lads. One thing we are receiving many videos from Mr. Chris Marquez, who fortunately we managed to get a ticket in that elusive lottery, what there was. He doesn't know how he got it. We don't know how he got it, but I bet he's loving his time out there with all those Malaguistas. Bit unsure of the pitch. A couple of bits what look like Cleethorpes Beach. Carl Smith, the man with the Spanish talking. I appreciate that, Carl, because right now, as I'm on my own, I've got 1,000 things running. So I hope Carl can answer your question, Mr. Reggaeton Ultra HD. And a buenos tardes to everybody. I mean, you love to see a Spanish away ground. You've got a couple of terraces, a couple of palm trees. You don't get palm trees at Boston United away, do you? Ooh, Herrero makes a great intervention. Is everybody happy with Herrero now? I think his boots have settled, and I mean, no one's ever going to be Ruben Yanez, but I believe that we've got a good guy in the sticks now, a good, a consistent player, and also I don't think he's playing. I haven't seen their team sheet yet, and I wasn't really taking notice, but is our legend Kameni. Kameni's recently signed for Antequera at the age of 3,032. So a player what I'd love to see at Málaga if he was still about. Not too much has happened in the game so far for anybody who's not watching. Again, I don't really know why the app wasn't working for myself. I don't know if anybody else had the same issue, but if you are having issues, then just jump online and you'll be able to see it there. Here we have Mr. Nick Bell back. Can we hear Nick Bell?
I return. Hopefully you can hear me.
There we go. He's back.
You paused and worried me a little bit then.
I've had 1,000 things happening in the last 5 minutes.
I very much apologise for that, Luke. I've got to stop setting this up.
I thought you were still muted then. You were very frozen, and then you came, luckily.
I think the trick is I've got to stop setting this up 5 minutes before we start.
Yeah, I've been running around like an headless chicken. Danny Sanchez has just gone into the book after 6 minutes. I don't really like that.
Yeah, he had a meeting with Destiny. Hey, we're back into it again. You know what? I tend to switch this stuff on in the morning and get everything prepared so that I can go out and come back again. And then I'm pretty sure someone breaks into my house and just fucks up everything. And then it doesn't work when I get back. So when I do log on at 5:02 before we start the live stream, it's all gone to pot. So I apologise for that one, Luke.
I thought I were in control. I were doing so well until a certain Chris Marquez floods you with 17,000 videos. Post. Just one comment that we hadn't seen, and that's Frederick. FEF TV doesn't work for me. It hasn't worked for me, mate. But if you go onto the website, use your usual login, and you should be able to get it fine.
I saw something which might be worth people to check, but it came up on my iPad that there had been a data breach for FEF TV and that it was worth rechanging your password. So
yeah,
might be something to consider for most as well. So just to bring us up to speed then, Luke, obviously, thank you for looking after the first 8 minutes. Your shirt is resplendent, by the way. I did see the comment from Matt saying that we're wearing both superb jerseys tonight. I had to just pull this out the top drawer to even compete because I knew that Luke had the bag. He sent me a picture of an empty bag, and you won some cash, Luke, and you decided to treat yourself.
I won a little bet, and to be fair, I was always going to buy it as a gift for Laura, but I'm not giving this thing up. She might be wearing it on the Geary Cast meet, but today it's all mine.
Oh, definitely. The only thing I will say, not to rain your parade, but you're wearing the same colours as the Antequera goalkeeper.
I've just noticed. Yes, I've just noticed.
And he looks great, to be fair.
It does.
But he seems to have a few more white accents on his, where ours seems to have the black. So it's not entirely the same, which is fine.
I was just talking to the guys, Nick, before you came, and I'm very impressed with the camera. Because we were quite worried about this.
I think they've managed to remedy this for us, which is great, because I don't know if they've got maybe like a bit of scaffolding or something to put the camera on, but it seems a lot higher than it has been so far this season. What are you thinking to the kit choices tonight, Luke? Because obviously we've got Antequera playing in their home kit, white and green. However, we've elected to go for the lime kit.
Yeah, it's quite strange. I mean, it's not a kit clash, but what we got is why have we got our purple and green kit? I mean, surely the dark green and I'd say majority purple, isn't it? That could have worked tonight, especially with a bit of added spice in an Andalusian derby, maybe.
Oh, absolutely. Bring in the city colours of Malaga.
Exactly.
To hopefully put them to bed. Because, this is a weekend, Luke. You've been keeping me up to date this weekend with the results from Castellón and from Ibiza. And, what an opportunity this is to kind of like not claw back some ground because we haven't really lost anything, but to, take second and then be within touch and distance of first. It's
definitely.
The merits
last week, to myself, just purely because I believe we're so strong at La Freda, it didn't feel like a defeat, but I believe that we can win every game at home. So just to draw that game and Castellón and Ibiza get their 3 points, it did feel like they're just slightly starting to run away. But yeah, if we can get our 3 points today, we're well back in there.
Oh, we really are, yeah. And just from the first 10 minutes of play, then I've seen that we've been, implementing the pay press again. There was a lot of that, Quinn, in the first sort of 5 minutes, which is great. Antequera have grown into a little bit, but you can see they're clearly looking to play on the break, aren't they? They're looking to play it out from the back and catch you on the wings and get a ball in. To be fair, Monte and I have just been mopping up so far. Would you agree?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, nothing too much has happened in terms of us frightening them or them frightening us, but they do seem to want to get the ball out wide. And with Danny Sanchez now being on the yellow, that could be something what we could potentially look at. Oh, here's Mr. Matt.
Listen, this gate crasher here.
I just wanted to check in to say hello. I'm in a big football stadium on Antequera. I'm following on Soccerway. Vamos Málaga. I'm by the Valencia fans. That's where all the noise is. How's it going so far?
We've only had 11 minutes and there's not much to talk about.
He can't hear us.
We've got kits
not
on.
Looking. He can't see.
I won't keep you long. I'll just say it's a hell of an estadio. Go to San Mamés. Vamos Málaga. Hopefully Patran later.
Hopefully Patran later. I like the sound of that. Thank you very much, Matt. Obviously, Matt at San Mamés tonight to watch Atletico Bilbao against, or Athletic Club even against Valencia. But he's going to Baracaldo on, is it Thursday night, that game?
Wednesday, I think.
Wednesday, yeah, the 1st of November.
Wednesday, 5 o'clock kickoff.
So he's taking himself off to some industrial town in the Basque Country to watch Malaga play. You can't say much fairer than that. Anyway, back to matters in Antequera. Your thoughts on the ground, Luke? Because I knew we were playing at a small stadium. This kind of takes the piss.
It does, but I love it. I love it. I was just saying
this
to
is
the
a
guys,
street, isn't it? To be fair,
yeah. I was just saying to the guys before, down the end that we are currently defending, there's a couple of palm trees in the corner and everything, and I love it. To be honest, I actually thought, I know there's a bit of sandy kind of area down here, but I'm quite impressed with how the surface looks on the camera as well.
No, like I say, the pitch looks great, and I appreciate the nicheness of it. Like you say, these are kind of like grounds that you find in, non-league and things like that. And compared to some of our non-league grounds, it's very, very pretty. Yeah. But it's just still like this is Malaga are massive. Look at their stadium. Look at where Matt is right now, and you just got to go. This is a bit of reality check. We're playing at a ground which has got literally a fucking mud mound behind the goal.
It really has. Here we go. I
there's
tell
a
you
lot
what,
of stuff going on here.
there is some tackles going in this game.
That's a big gestation from the finger just waving him up.
There were 3 tackles there. For any of the 3 could have got booked.
Oh, well, Destiny's also met his own destiny now because he's been booked as well.
Yep, he certainly has.
One apiece now, one apiece. Well, this is dangerous, this, Luke, from this position. Oh, it's not
really
Destiny, sorry. That's me maybe being...
Who we're thinking? Kevin, maybe?
Fomayen is the chap who's got the yellow card throw there. Yeah. I thought it was Destiny, but it's not Destiny. It's a big chance, though.
It really is.
That's a horrible arm into the chin of Kevin as well, that, isn't it?
It's naughty, that. That's very, very naughty. You haven't any idea what password means in Spanish, have you, Nick? I'm currently just taking your advice and thinking now's the time to maybe work out the app.
I don't know, actually. Good question.
Cuenta? No.
Let me Google it for you. Password in... It'd be good if we could speak Spanish. Contraseña.
Contraseña. Yeah, because with you saying about that with a password, it said that several times, and I'm just thinking it's your standard Google thing, what pops up every now and again. Save your password.
Yeah, exactly.
We're saying that, and then
nothing from FEFTV. Oh, it's up short. Oh, Málaga going to get a corner here. It was an all right free kicking from Kevin, to be fair. Struck the wall, but it found its way under. I think it was Nelson Monte eventually got the shot away. But look at all those Málaga fans there. We've been receiving a lot of videos from Chris Marquez, who got a ticket. Of course he did.
We were saying earlier, we don't know how. He doesn't know how.
Oh. He's just one of life lottery winners, is Chris Marquez, isn't he? If he fell into a bucket of shit, he'd come out smelling of roses. So,
and also, I don't know if you guys have seen the socials yet, but there is a interview with a certain Kike Perez.
Finally got it.
And I didn't have
in one way or another. Chris's doorstep at the Antequera game. Oh, that's a lovely ball from Hocking in behind for Dione. Cuts it back onto his left again. This is some of the stuff that we've been talking about, slowing it down, but it's a cross and well cleared. But Larrubia mops up and he's being absolutely hounded. Steps away. It's all Málaga this now. Oh dear, that's not the best way to find it through. Unlucky there. I think it's safe to say, Luke, that maybe Málaga are shading this for now, but Antequera, pushing on the edge of the playoffs, or certainly were before kickoff. They're no slouches, are they? Oh yeah, you've definitely not got the same kit.
I think there's going to be every case of what we spoke about several times this season so far, how putting us chances away is going to be key. We really need to get these chances away today to build on.
Yeah, especially with some of the games that we've got coming up. I know we've got the Copa del Rey game against Baracaldo midweek, and then Cordoba at the weekend after. Ibiza away is going to be a big one. And then not too far after that, but here come Antequera. It's just out of nothing near the break. Can he get his cross in? Well, he gets by, and it's well defended there by Danny Sanchez. Well, that was a very quick break. Did you see before the game, Kameni going over to the fans and getting a good round of applause as well? Or is this a bit where I find out that my volume's not working again?
What did you say, Nick? Sorry, it froze a bit.
I was going to say, did you see Kameni getting his applause from the Malaga fans? When he came onto the pitch?
Is this just a publicity spunk thing, do we think? Or is he
I
actually
hope it's not a publicity spunk.
I'm hoping that froze. I'm hoping that froze. Chris Marquez covered in Kameni's.
I don't know, because obviously they've genuinely got a injury to, I assume, the backup goalkeeper. I don't know if he was the first team goalkeeper. I'm not too sure which one it was. So I know they were in the market, but Kameni has been, pretty much retired for, since before COVID.
I thought he'd gone. I'm sure he were at Fenerbahce when he were about 38, but clearly not.
No. Like I say, he's only 39 now. So in goalkeeper years, he's I suppose he's not too badly done by. He lives locally. His son is at Marbella, I believe. So, he's got an interest in being in. He's only on a 3-month contract for now. So he'll be there until, say, end of January. So obviously they see something in him to want to sign him. I saw that Ashmore say that we should have signed him. I'm not too up on that one, if I'm honest with you. I think there's a nostalgia to bringing in a player like that, but I don't think he's the man who is going to help get us promoted. In the grand scheme of things, I think Herrero at this moment in time is a better option than Kameni, despite how great Kameni was for us.
But also we've got the young boy on the bench who, if we did bring another keeper in, what is that going to do to his confidence for sake 3 months, say, or 6 months? I mean, we're hopefully this keeper's meant to be, as Chris has said before, he's meant to be a brilliant goalkeeper and he's rare to go. So between him and Herrera, I'm happy.
Yeah, we're well catered for, and it just means money gets put into other parts of the pitch as well. Let's not forget, because we needed 2 goalkeepers at the start of the season because both Reina and Yanez departed from us. So, I'll tell you what, this is some great pressing from Malaga here, trying to keep it down in this bottom right-hand corner.
I think they've done it throughout the game, Nick. It's like definitely the Pele press on for this one.
Yeah, they really clearly want to play football in the opposite half, which is great. And I think that's where maybe, I dare say, Antequera have been quite happy to do as well, because they've been playing out from the back. They've been, moving the ball around and trying to catch us on the break quite quickly. They just seem to spray it out wide and then hit the afterburners. So, this should be, a good game of football with both teams not trying to cancel each other out. I think there's definitely I know it's not the biggest derby in the world. Definitely. But you can tell that, neither team wants to go home or stay at home with losing this.
No, it's again, like we've said a few times this season, every team what Malaga's going to play, it's their cup final. This literally will be their cup final. This will mean a lot to them, Antequera people, fans, village people, everything.
I think this is a testament to how far they've come as well, to be fair, given their meteoric rise through the pyramid in Spain. And I'm sure they didn't expect to meet Malaga in the Primera. Some other people might say that they did, but and it's that's not a good look. Danny Sanchez down, holding his rib or his elbow at the moment. He is strapped up as well.
Would actually be the rib. So. Actually, we've got probably
have to be Bilal or someone like that, isn't it?
I mean, what did you think of Bilal last week, Nick, when he came on? I personally didn't think he did that bad, but I will admit I had one eye on the game, one eye on the rugby. But with Chris only marking him a 5, I was quite surprised about that.
Well, like you say, it's hard to have an impact in a game when you're coming on in like the 90th minute, essentially, like you did. So you can't do too much of a show. I think that's maybe what the 5 was for, maybe. But he's been on a couple of times, to be fair, and I've been impressed with him. He was impressive in pre-season as well. He seems to be quite a presence for such a young man. So
I like him. I think he's very attacking based.
It's not great for the way Malaga want to play, though, given that they had these 2 kind of like attacking left backs. Sanchez and Victor Garcia as well, both now potentially being injured. I can't see whether Sanchez has managed to make his way back onto the pitch. I'm sure we'll get told in a second, but it appears to be a bit of a growing problem area for Malaga.
It does. Which is a real shame, because I think we touched on it several times before that we have been very strong coming from as fullbacks.
Oh, absolutely. So 23 minutes on the clock here. I don't know about you, Luke, if you're in the same as me. You guys in the comments of whatever your thoughts are right now. If you think Malaga are shading this a little bit, do you think we need to be a bit wary of Antequera and how they are growing into the game? let us know your thoughts in the comments for us there as Malaga start to make their way forward through Joaquin. Joaquin's been really impressive.
Yeah, he's definitely
Oh,
coming
that's
to
a
us
lovely
now.
turn inside from Larubia. Can he open it up? Oh, it's a good challenge, to be fair. That is a great last-ditch challenge.
I love that David Larubia turn, what he does. That tight left foot. Antequera coming on the counter now.
I think that's what makes him so good when he's playing in that midfield.
Yeah.
I know some people have been calling to play him out on the wing. People saying that, he plays better further forward. But when he gets in that pocket, not only does he give us an edge, but he loves to try and find space doing that. And I think that's where you need like a locksmith to do that to defenses. So
definitely, I think he's a player what we've definitely lacked. I mean, we've got Kevin, who's obviously great with his feet and so on, but Kevin, I prefer to see Kevin direct as a winger. He actually is a winger. Like you say, Ranubia, you bring his quality in. I mean, again, I know we're trying to touch on in terms of names. We know that these players are so much better, but Larubia reminds you of a David Silva kind of thing. A tight, neat left foot, get him in a 10, get him turning players and hopefully feeding your likes of Dione and Roberto.
Yeah, absolutely. Dione seems to have done well recently coming in as well. He seemed to obviously kind of lose a little bit off it, but he's now, dare I say, joint top goal scorer. Oh, here comes Roberto. Can he get away? Oh, good defending that from Antequera, to be fair. It was Kevin, actually, who magically found his way through, and he's won Malaga a corner as well with some audacious defending on their goalkeeping line.
What minute are you on, Chris? Nick, sorry. I've got 25:40.
I'm on 25:45 right now.
No, I thought this. I'm trying to get up to speed.
Just click the little 10 and you'll get up to speed.
I'm trying to get up to speed.
And we're on the Victorias as well. Always good to see. Oh, that's a shit corner. That is a poor corner. And here come Antequera. Oh, it's 3 against 2.
Such a waste.
He's done well to get that back there. But this is where Antequera like to press, and Herrero, it's like a boss. I do like the terminology they're giving now, Don Herrero or Don Alfonso.
He looks a Don. He looks a few things.
Malaga clearly getting a bit frustrated with the way Antequera are playing at the minute as well. You could see Larubia, Kevin, they're all gestating towards the referee. Like, look at that on Joaquin, just completely unnecessary there. Closing down from behind as well.
It's 3 or 4 now as well. It's 3 or 4 times this has happened so far.
It just does seem to be the way with a few of these teams as well. They just want to come and kick the crap out of you, don't they?
End of the day, they're going to want to unsettle Malaga as much as they can. They'll still believe. I know it's a much changed Malaga team and a really different Malaga team from what we've all grown up with, but they'll still want to. Their team talk will be unsettle these superstars. Let them know straight away they're in a game.
Absolutely. Well, if this data is correct, Luke, we've got 1 viewer at the minute on YouTube, which is always great. If that's not correct, get in the comments and let us know that you're actually still here, because that is a concerning number.
I know my internet's been a bit sticky, it seems to be, because I always have YouTube on one side as well, and it does seem to be crashing quite a bit. I don't know if that, but I was keeping an eye on the comments and realising nothing's happening. I was getting a bit worried.
It's a bit quiet at the moment, isn't it? It's gone up to 2 now, so maybe some people are resetting, but...
I mean, it's always a pleasure watching games with you anyway, Nick, I've got to say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. It's nice to have
watch you
there, isn't it? But I'm with you. It's a bit jittery today, and I don't know why. It can't... No. If it's like that on both ends as well, it can't just be one of us.
Exactly.
So, interesting. Maybe the YouTube is acting up, as some of the generations would say. And I tell you what, it is just gone all of a sudden in Antequera, very dark.
I'm thinking the same. Yeah, I'm thinking the same.
We started this game in glorious sunshine, and it's just gone really dark, which makes for interesting football in this time of the year, because the temperature just drops as well, doesn't it? And it's a yellow card this time for Kevin, by the looks of things.
If I'm being honest,
it's good to see him back on the pitch as well.
If I'm being honest, I would rather see Kevin getting the yellow card rather than Canaro, because we know that Canaro can do anything. He can do the unexpected at any time.
He can. Is that you texting me?
By the sounds, Nick, like Carl's just put, YouTube works for a few seconds for him, then it goes off. So it might not be as boring as we think. It might be some issues, maybe.
Yeah, I think it sounds like
frozen a couple of times for me. I don't know if that's regarding the game or the. But yeah, it looks like it's struggling for quite a few in the community.
Yeah. Oh well, we'll watch it together here. Maybe at half time we can reset everything.
Yeah, we'll stride on, mate.
Turn it off and on again.
I've got a feeling that both teams aren't going to be finishing this game with 11 men.
I think one of them is definitely going to go soon. It seems to be getting quite heated out there.
Yeah.
And like I say, Manganaro is the latest.
He'll be begging to get involved
a little bit.
Yeah, he's wanting to get involved. Slamming ball down, stuff like that. We don't need it. So why Malaga, they just need to use their head a little bit. Just maybe not slow the game down, I suppose. Get hold of the ball. But again, it's 30 minutes in, Nick, and we haven't had a shot at a notice. We haven't created anything. Antequera haven't either, but I mean, we know our problem. We don't seem to hit back at net as often as we'd like.
Say that as Diody just
lays it. Here we go. Is this a famous Geary cast?
Almost. But then immediately Antequera come down the other end and try it themselves. Oh, that is a naughty little nutmeg. Oh, no, don't like this. I don't like this. Oh, Don Herrero down to save the day. I'll tell you what, Hopkins just been embarrassed, turned inside out.
Dr. Me VIP switched to Twitter as YouTube keeps stalling for me. Yeah, like I say, in corner of my eye, I've noticed that quite a few times it's stuck.
I think, like you say, we'll have a tactical switching off and on of the YouTube when we have. I don't know how you do that.
No,
but maybe we all just have to leave.
You're the man for that, mate. Paul, I'm having issues with YouTube too on phone and TV, so it's good to know that we're not as bad at this as we think, Nick. It's the outer world.
No, it is. Yeah, mine's doing like the little spinny.
Yeah, that's what I had. That's exactly what I had.
Just not ideal.
Ooh, great effort from Gennaro. With a very good save, it seems. Ooh, I think that was going in as well. Corner kick to Málaga, 32 minutes in. Kevin to take. Come on. I don't know about you, Nick, but one thing I always love to see with the Málaga fans is all the different flags, the different posters and things. They're so creative with the malacas and stuff like that.
Oh no, it's a sight to see, isn't it? I think
it really is.
And again, I know this isn't as far as people have travelled for, and it's not as big in numbers as people have travelled for. But it's still great to see, a sellout on a Sunday evening as well.
It really is. I mean, obviously we've said it quite a few times, but for like Chris confirmed, it's still an hour away. It's not next door like what we'd call a derby over in the UK. And again, for us, I mean, to be fair, it's a 6 o'clock kickoff. It's not the worst for him.
No. Yeah, so I think that one viewer we've got on YouTube is you then, Luke. That's what that'll be. Our figures will be skewed if you just watching yourself.
Fucking hell.
I wonder why it's not working. We don't usually have issues with it at all, do we?
If I click off that, has our one viewer gone?
It updates everything. We've got 2 at the minute, it says. Two lucky souls, but...
Like you say...
2 from Gennaro. I know, that's a shot from distance. It's forced a
you
good save.
Are you 33-55 now then, Nick?
Yes, I am.
Yes, yeah. We can celebrate together, potentially.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you say, I think at half time it's probably worth de-living and living or however it works.
Yeah, I don't know how you would like.
I don't.
Do we end the stream and just put another one in place? Oh
my God!
Well, these are the chances you should be taking. 10 minutes before half time. Malaga really need a goal right now, don't they?
I guess that's the only thing. I mean, it seems like a YouTube issue rather than themselves if it's doing it for both of us.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm looking at my Wi-Fi on my phone and it's normally full, but it's not full tonight. So I was thinking if it was something to do with that, but obviously if it's affecting everybody else.
No, that's it. Yeah, it usually puts like a little latency guide on for me as well. If it's low quality, it tells me. But
like even now, if you click on your YouTube, I noticed it's doing that several times.
Well, what we'll do is we'll spread the word. At half time, we will reset and set up a new stream.
Yeah, we've got to, haven't we? Are you putting that online, Nick?
I'm just putting it into the thing. If you can do the Telegram group, that'd be lovely as well.
Yeah, it will do.
You know, it could be as well. I do believe that X has been having issues today.
Yeah. I mean, Ben from Community has also said watching live stream via Twitter as YouTube sticking. So,
is Twitter doing better?
Yeah, it must be. It must be. So, would that just be clicking the link on?
No, it's on our GiriCast page as well.
Ah, of course, yeah. Well, I mean, if it's working on his Twitter, I suppose we best just keep riding it out.
just keep go for it. Yeah, no, it's definitely working for Twitter. Which, to be fair, the difference between Twitter and YouTube is it doesn't show you the data immediately on YouTube for Twitter here. It does it afterwards, but you can't comment.
Yeah,
on thing. But use the Telegram group.
Exactly.
Get your thoughts into the Telegram group, and we'll do it that way. And hopefully next week it'll sort itself out.
Yeah. So what we'll do now, guys, is we will be on the community. We'll have it all up live. So anything you guys need to say, Málaga now coming into it a lot more with a few more shots from our talisman Canaro. But 2 great efforts. Beside that, nothing really too much to shout about.
No, I think it's been a bit disappointing that way, Luke. Would you agree?
Yeah, I think so. But we do need to also remember it's a derby match, and we know how feisty and tight derby matches are.
Well, there's been some big challenges put in there as well, and Antequera at the minute just knocking it around for fun. Working in tight corners, moving it in between, and like you say, drawing the foul like they have done here. Frederick says, "Is it just me, or is it quite dark at El Mauli?" Yeah, no, I think like you say, the sun has just dropped. I don't know if in Spain they do daylight saving times like we do. I assume they do, but obviously the clocks went back last night. Did you enjoy your extra hour in bed, Luke?
To be honest, but we don't normally have a lay-in, me and Laura, but I was out on the old Razzle Friday night on the airport run yesterday morning. So this morning, everything sent to hit me like a ton of bricks. And yeah, we really enjoyed it, I guess.
Footy was called off for me.
Yeah.
Pitch. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's going on with it in a minute. So a game had to be called off there. So my wife went, well, I'm going for a walk with my friend. Do you want to come? I was like, go on then.
Yeah.
Took the dags. And did about 14K.
Did you?
Which I didn't intend to do today when I got up this morning.
But I mean, we used to every Sunday or every Saturday, if I didn't have a game, we'd always be up at Lake District hiking. Absolutely loved it. But since COVID vanished and aeroplanes reappeared, anytime we get, since we're going to watch this thing.
Oh, I know. This is the thing that brought me back, and I was looking at my watch as well, to be fair, because we're not the fastest people at walking, and we walked to somewhere, then walked back. I was like, you back for 5 to 5. He just said
I've
it
just
all
seen
up.
in the community, we've got Carl saying, "Are subtitles available for our Dutch contingent?"
No. Well, he's at the game, so he doesn't matter. Here
Ben,
comes Dione down the right-hand side. It's cold offside.
Offside. Ben's also put, keep the commentary going, guys. All good. Just need to turn on the lights at the game. So that's a few people who's noticed, and it seems to be a bit dark.
It is dropped. Frederick says in the comments on YouTube saying that in Norway there's rules against lighting at the stadiums, and he said he doubts this would pass the bar here.
Yeah, to be fair, Nick, now that the guys are picking us up on it, he does look quite, especially, can you see the far corner flag, I think, in front of the Málaga fans?
Yeah.
It really does seem very dark.
Well, it doesn't surprise you, because I imagine that the floodlights are, just judging by looking around, all the floodlights are going to be on this stand where the camera is.
Yeah.
Looks like. There's nothing in the corners. There's nothing on the stand on the far side. So it all must be coming from one direction, and even where you can see the shadows on the pitch. So it is highly unusual, to be fair. You think there would be some rules against this, but here comes Antequera, cuts it back in Einar.
What was that pullback? What was that pullback all about?
Terrible pullback, that, wasn't it?
Jesus.
This Loren has had quite a lot of fun down that left-hand side this afternoon. I'm not wanting to point fingers at anyway, but I think Danny Sanchez is not having a nightmare. But I don't think
maybe with him being on a yellow card as well, that's something they need to look at half time.
Potentially, yeah. But no, you're all right. You're absolutely right. It is, even now with the camera, it kind of feels like it's gone into sepia tone, doesn't it? It's just
it does.
All the lights lost.
Come on, Málaga.
We're not at La Rosaleda anymore. We're not in Kansas anymore, are we? It's very, very, very backwater. It's not quite a rugby league stadium, is it, Luke? Which
I tell you what. Yes. Oh, my days. Great effort. Yeah. To be fair, mate, yesterday, I mean, the level of football, Wakefield, that was literally a level above where I was playing. But I said to Laura, when you look at it, I mean, don't get me wrong, it's all for the rugby stadium at Wakefield. I imagine they just lease it kind of thing. But what a place to play at every Saturday. Then I must have done Laura's head in. I were talking about the floodlights constantly because they were just a real old school thing of beauty. She's just looking at it thinking, it's a fucking light, Luke.
Well, the thing is, I imagine with Wakefield as well, it'll be a community stadium, won't it? A bit similar to like what York have got. So there'll be multi-functions for it. So, if you're a Saturday team, or if you've got aspirations like Wakefield probably have of becoming a proper club side further up the pyramid, then it's ready-made for you, isn't it?
It's honestly. I mean, the thing is, obviously, Wakefield are a super. Well, I'm sure they've just got relegated from Super League, but the surface, everything, absolutely immaculate.
No, I can imagine.
Especially
for such a football-mad area as well. Wakefield, I can't ever recall Wakefield having a team very high up in the professionals.
No, nope, not at all.
Well, there's 42 minutes on the clock here in Antequera, in a dark Antequera as well, and Joaquin just finds himself some space. Big cross.
What a ball. What a ball that was.
It's going to drop. Roberto, Dione, all waiting. Get out! Brilliant from the captain for this afternoon. It's a clean strike. Bottom corner. There was a melee in there beforehand. No one could quite get a hold of it. And Gennaro smashes Málaga Club the Football in front here in Antequera. Luke, what a bloody goal that was.
Absolutely brilliant. And I am going to nick one of your lines. Golazzo!
Huge golazzo.
Hey. Salud, amigo. Vamos, Málaga. And what a big time to score. What a big time. 2 minutes before half time. I do think we deserve it. And I know I joked a minute ago about Ronaldo looking our dangerous threat, but something's happened to that boy tonight.
He is. He's just put his foot right fucking through that. There is only one way to go. Take nothing away from Hocking here as well, Luke.
No,
that is
brilliant. Hocking
brilliant cross. That's the kind of stuff that we were praising Victor Garcia for. That searching cross right between the lines. He's caused all sorts of aggravation in there.
Look at the boy. Look at the Malagistas in the background. Absolute thunderbastard of a goal.
I imagine Chris Marquez has got a lovely time in there. I think we've seen as well a few other followers that have made the way up there. I think there's Patricia up there, Luke. I think
Patricia's up there,
Christian Markowski's up there too. So plenty of lucky GearyCast followers who won the lottery and answered the phone in time as well to get their ticket.
And if there's any kind of player out there who is putting on a show tonight, it is that man. It's our leader tonight, Genaro.
Like I say, I think he's been quite decent tonight as well. I think so far, looking at the best performers, Hocking as well, La Rubia seems to be having a lot of fun. Defensively at the back, just Einar and Monte just keep knocking things away. They just keep dealing with it. Oh, and here come Malaga again. It's 3-on-3 at the moment. Juanpe just pulling it back, looking for Kevin on the outside, but I can't seem to find him. Oh, but wins it back nicely. He's a big lad in the middle of Juanpe, isn't he?
He's a huge lad.
Oh, here come Malaga again.
Malaga, seeing the half out much better.
I'll tell you what, I would just love to, if they can get this game right, I'd like to see Malaga put a bit of a stamp down, especially with the Ibiza and Castellón losing this weekend. If they could put a marker down and say, right, actually, we've beaten a team that is in good nick, in fine form, and put 4, 5, I dare even say just 3 past them, then
100%.
That'd be great to see.
I mean, one thing what we all are wanting to see is, if for anybody who don't know, November the 18th, the GearyCast meetup, Alcoyano at home. That is going to be the 6, 7, 8-0 victory that we all dream about.
I think collectively, most of us have only seen draws or losses when we've been to these games, but we can hold out hope. Did you see Andy Wooding at...
Is that what you retweeted about with the shirt?
Yeah, exactly. So he went to, and forgive me if I get this wrong, but I'm going to say El Sardinero. Is that Racing's home ground? So he took a group of the, basically the UK arm of the UK fan group over to a game this weekend, and they'd given him a shirt to raffle off, signed off by all the players. He was invited into the stadium to have a little look around and stuff. Really hosted him well by looks of things. And I was just thinking the amount of times that we've gone over, know. And again, I don't know if it's because we've not maybe technically got like
even a free bottle of the good stuff would do.
Well, they don't even have the good stuff in the stadium.
The good stuff. The Holy Grail is not served in La Lofereda.
The Holy Grail, I love that one. But I don't know what it is. I don't know what we need to do to get that kind of treatment. Do we need to have an official UK Pena or something like that?
South Yorkshire Penas.
Well, yeah,
Carl's out there.
We'll have to join you in there. Get the flag ready.
Love the Terriers.
Because obviously we've got the Geary Army, based down in Benalmádena, though. So maybe they think, we don't need to do that. Maybe we need to make an official UK.
I think we could do that. I mean, we've got good numbers.
That's it. We've got these days. Just the podcast, aren't we?
However, it would have to be the Geary UK and Irish Pena.
It was, yes.
Yeah. We're not falling into that trap again.
We would certainly have to make sure that we abide by all sorts of political situations.
We are definitely not falling into that trap.
But half-time has been called at... I forgot what the stadium's called now, isn't it?
El Maui? Yes, Stadio El Maui.
Stadio El Maui. And Malaga leading 1-0 here, Luke. And it was that man Genaro who put us 1-0 up, an absolute rifle. It was from the edge of the box, 42nd minute as well. Perfect time to score. So, get us your thoughts in on how you think Malaga have played in that first half. Do you think, Luke, we need to maybe make some changes coming out for the second? I think you alluded before that maybe Danny Sanchez is holding back a little bit because he's on a yellow. Kevin's on a yellow as well. Does Pacer need to maybe factor this in?
Well, if we go back to last season, Pellicer wasn't scared of taking anybody off once one in the yellow card. He's a manager who don't want to risk that. But yeah, I mean, for me, Sanchez definitely. I mean, I've been in that situation as a fullback when you're on a booking, when you've got a player running at you, you do hold back. It'd be very stupid of Sanchez to even try to tackle, get his tackle wrong, get a second yellow, and potentially lose points for the team. Regarding Kevin, I'd keep Kevin on till, I don't know, the hour mark. Hopefully, we've got a certain player on the bench back from injury who's raring to go in a similar position.
He does look raring to go as well, to be fair. And did you say sporting one of our followers' famous Lucky Man shirts on his picture? It didn't look right, did it?
He's definitely been seeing Mr. Keith Bell, hasn't he, and bought one of those €20 shirts, I think.
Oh well, I've had a very good weekend on Vinted with Malaga shirts. I seem to have caught them out to begin with. Fingers crossed this is legit, Luke. But the new Malaga home shirt on Vinted was there in a large.
Yeah.
So got that one. We paid a premium. Don't get me wrong, we paid a premium, but it's cheaper than what I paid for it. Would have paid for it in the club shop.
What you tell that
so hopefully legit, and not something from elsewhere or one of
a
DH
gate.
We'll find out when that arrives. But also the 2013-2014 home shirt. The UNESCO with the blue collar, the Di Michaela shirt, the Rocky
Very nice, shirt. Very nice.
That one has eluded me for such a long time because
I've got the shirt somewhere, but I thought it around at my mum's because me and my brother growing up, we've always been football mad. We've got Bahrain shirts and all sorts, just anything we could get his hands on, we bought. And back in the day, we got the Malaga shirt, but I have no idea where it is. I can get you the Bahrain shirt, but I can't find you the Malaga shirt.
I think your mum's been selling it to me on Vinted. I think that's what it is. She's been making cash hand over fist.
It would not surprise me.
No. But to be fair, I was the same. I used to have some proper weird kits.
Yeah.
I think I had the first Gibraltar kit. Like
nice.
When Gibraltar was first sort of ratified into UEFA, it might even been before that.
Yeah.
And I bought it when I went to Gibraltar, and it was just the badge, and it had a Nike tick, no sponsor or anything. But I just remember people going, "Oh, what's that?" Turned up to five-sided a Gibraltar shirt. It was just,
that could be worth something someday. That definitely.
Well, probably I don't have it anymore. To be fair, there was the kit cull of part of the marriage agreement. When a lot of those shirts were culled.
Well, this is why nothing lives at this house anymore. I've got my Malaga shirts and the odd Tottenham shirt. I've been told all the shirts got to go.
Well, to be fair, I've managed to get this little loft space. So, no man caves in my house.
I've got a square in the back bedroom.
Yeah, it's a sign of marriage, people. It is the sign of marriage. It is blissful.
It really is.
Yeah, but no place to put all your kids.
Trying to update all the business, what we've got to do.
So obviously we've got people watching a bit all over here. I did see Carl Smith come through on my watch. He said that it should be known as the Yorkshire and rest of the UK and Ireland Penya, because most of the Giricast followers seem to be from Yorkshire or the surrounding areas. So probably not a bad shout. I'm just reading them all on here as well as we go. Who else can play left back though? So we were looking, weren't we? I'll try and bring up the official team sheet.
Yeah, who is actually on the bench? Because we have...
Well, I think we had Bilal, if I remember rightly. So I'm just going to go through the lineups here. If I can find my way onto Twitter. Just click onto there, go through all the wonderful news. Goal scored. Who's playing? There we go. So Bilal is on the bench. Murillo has also come off.
Murillo, that's the name.
So Murillo can play there. In a world, it's been known that Kevin could be thing. Have you seen these two people looking into the camera? So the problem's not been solved, ladies and gentlemen. They still know where the camera is there. They're on the phone to their pals. So, yeah, I think Murillo would be the one. That Antonio Cordanesa, I think his name is. I think he'd be exciting to come on if he gets some game time, because he was one of the lads who went away with Spain under 19. Unfortunately, not made the team for the World Cup, unlike Marino, who is not injured, suspended at the minute, I believe, because he was got a red card for Malagueño. And I think it's a 4-game suspension as well, which is not ideal. So I think it would be one of those
what
two.
Did he do? What did he do, Nick? Did you see it all? What he did?
I'm not entirely sure. I think it was just a bad challenge, and it's been retrospectively upgraded.
Yeah,
probably the best way to describe it.
Unless he's maybe receiving a yellow card per game, putting that on top of red, and his discipline has got to be questioned. Maybe I don't know. I can't say I know.
There'll be some batshit crazy rule in Spain about the way things you do, but basically that keeps him out of pay sales plans for the time being.
It does.
I can't quite remember when the World Cup is for Spain on the 19th, but I think it is coming up fairly shortly. I think it is a winter competition, maybe in January time.
For anybody who, like myself, during or after a Malaga game, you're constantly on Twitter watching all the videos, and I've just seen there's some fantastic videos from that away end when Genaro scores straight in front of the Christian Markowski, for example. All the players diving in front of the crowd. There's nothing better to see in football than an away day limbs, as from the UK call it.
Oh, I'll show you what you want to see, isn't it? It's what you want to see.
And there's a cracking photo just underneath the video on Christian Markowski's picture. It's not very much like him to post a picture like that, but
I'll tell you what we have got for a half time. I don't know if we'll be able to hear him or understand him. But this is live from the away end at Antequera. Can you hear us, Chris Marquez? I assume no.
No.
So what we can do is we can
I think he's forgot to speak.
Is he here by accident?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Nick, does any of our GearyCast team wear AirPods?
I don't know. I think maybe you should take them to games more often, but I don't know if he knows that he's here.
I mean, that drink what Chris showed us didn't really look alcohol, but it must have been judging on looking at him.
He just looked. I don't know if he knows that he's here.
Nope, there he goes.
That was just Chris Marquez live. If you ever wanted to see what Chris Marquez looked like at halftime, that's a few times he's done that now. I don't know if he's actually joining to comment, but he's just
for everyone, guys, everyone from the community and a fan of the GearyCast, you all know by now what Chris is like. But after speaking to him a hell of a lot more over the last 6 months, Chris is different.
He's an entity unto himself, but a good entity unto himself.
He's a legend. He's a legend.
So just for you guys in the group as well, if there's any suggestions that you think we should do for changing things at half time, we've got a 1-goal lead at the minute. Do you want us to maybe see us go hell to leather to get a second early doors? Do we need to be putting a marker down here and putting Antequera to bed? What would you do? What would you change? If you can comment on things, because I've noticed that now our little YouTube watcher eye thing is down to 0.
It might be worth Nick, mentioning on the Twitter, regarding watchers on Twitter if you can.
Yes. So if you do go to the GearyCast Pod Twitter, we are also live there. The only difference being is you cannot comment on that stream. You can put comments underneath it if you want, but unfortunately we won't see too much of them unless we pick them up on our phones whilst we're watching. Or great chance to plug the Telegram group if you've got Telegram, or if you would like to have Telegram. If you go and search for us or have a look at the link inside our link tree, we're just known as the GearyCast.com. On the invite link, you can join us there. And we talk about Malaga all week long. Sometimes there's some other conversations, but mostly it is about Malaga, which is quite nice. So go and join us in there as well. Oh, and it is definitely dark in Antequera now. There you can see the flashing lights behind them.
Currently just doing all the work, Nick.
I'm
trying not to be ignorant, but
I'll just keep rambling. It's fine.
The boss man has spoken.
Wonder if we can see Kameni warming up out there at halftime. I don't think we can. I don't think he is.
He'll be with Malaga fans, just waving and signing stuff.
Yeah,
he ain't bothered about this.
Vlogging things. But no, it must be great to be there this afternoon. Like I was saying before, Cordoba the weekend next. Obviously, we've got a game against Baracaldo. For you, Luke, and it was a question that was asked in the Telegram group, do you want to go on a bit of a cup run? Do you want to, do well in the Copa del Rey? Try and get a big game elsewhere, because we are a team now who would probably get picked up in the half of the draw.
Yeah.
We could get drawn away to somewhere like or Mestara, or we could have those teams visiting La Rosaleda.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I like every Malaga fan and every fan of every club what anybody supports. Nobody ever wants to go into a game not to win. I do totally understand when people are saying maybe play a weekend team. Do we need a cup run? But like you've just alluded to, if we can beat Baracaldo, our next draw will be, I believe, against the La Liga team. And even just to have, I'm not saying that we'd win, but just to have that night again. Imagine if we can draw a Barcelona or a Sociedad or a Villarreal, a big name. And is it 2 legs at this stage as well?
I don't think so.
I think it used to be.
I'm not too sure.
A lot of teams was getting thumped 8 or 9-0 on aggregate. But one thing I do know, if Malaga did go through against Baracaldo, and if it is at the level of La Liga, the La Liga team always gets drawn away to try and help the lesser team. So again, a night at La Rosaleda for the fans against a giant potentially.
No,
it'd be great. I mean,
no, in our luck, we'd end up with someone like Gaddafi or something.
Yeah. I mean, let's not get his hopes up because by the sounds, this Baracaldo team are a decent little outfit.
Hey, would it be wonderful if they lost this weekend? 45 games unbeaten and they lost before they played us. Well, both teams are back out onto the pitch here in Antequera. Doesn't seem to be any changes. Running through some warm-ups at the minute. Referee just taking it across to the pitch. And a lovely view there of the Malaga crowd as well. 600 strong. It is a full house by lots of things tonight. If they had seats behind the stands, behind the goal, I imagine that they would be full as well, but they don't. It's quite a unique little stadium, is El Mauli. Like I said, we would love to see. I'm talking a look at the floodlights as well before. There it does appear to be 2 just popping out the top of the opposite stand as well. So maybe that is what was looking to kick in before. It does seem to have got a little bit brighter to me, Luke, but maybe that's that. Do you know those old school floodlights that take a little bit of time to warm up?
There's every chance. There is every chance. As long as Malaga aren't 2 or 3 up and referee thinks this ain't good enough, blows that whistle and we lose everything. I've seen that at Central Midlands level before.
Fair enough. Well, hopefully a big 45 minutes for Malaga here. They've got to go and get another goal really to put their foot on Antequera's neck.
This will be a big result regarding the league, like the Castellon fans, the Bifa fans, etc. will look at this and, well, if they don't know already after 8 games unbeaten, they'll think Malaga mean business.
Well, this is it. Like you say, this is, would be yet another one. But here comes Roberto, squares it across to Rubia underneath.
Oh my God.
Huge opportunity miss from Malaga. And he's gone for a goal kick as well.
Wow.
Well, Arubi, with all the time in the world, great work from Roberto, squares it across, heavy touch.
Oh my God.
Drags it. He drags
I think Larubi has been drinking the same juice as what Mr. Marquez has before the game. Wow.
That is an unbelievable miss. That is from about 10 yards out, one-on-one with the goalkeeper, and he pulls his shot across with his left foot, and he just drags it out for a goal kick.
It's definitely a player what I'm happy to see in that position as well. It's quite surprising that. But a good start. good start and we move on.
Well, it is. It's a chance. It's an opportunity. And on another day, maybe would there that's got to be a goal. And you don't want that to come back and haunt you either, do you, Luke?
No, that's exactly the point I was just about to make. That kind of thing. If the Antequera go up and score against run and play, I hope we're not going to be talking about that chance later on in the week.
No, definitely not. Definitely not. And just look at the league table now. Malaga remain in third, but more importantly, are joint third on points with Ibiza, both on 23, both 2 points behind Castellón. It is just a matter of goal difference for Malaga here. +8 is what it is at the minute. But as far as wins, draws, losses concerned, exactly the same.
And that's what we want.
No, it is 10.
I mean, we need to remember, obviously, which is, I know we regularly have said that we haven't really got going yet, but our one defeat was away at league leaders and until yesterday unbeaten Castellón. So we're doing things right. We're definitely doing things right.
Minute, you know what I mean? And if say if they'd have held on for a draw there,
here we go again.
Kevin,
oh, Kevin,
back up. Bloody hell, that's a big job for Danny Sanchez to do there. Can he keep it in?
We'll never know. Nearly. The post.
We'll never know because the stand was in the way.
Non-league. Gotta love non-league.
But yeah, that if you look at that is the difference at the minute for Castellón. If they'd have drawn that game against Malaga and we'd held out for a point, we'd be on 24 and they'd be on 23. Do you know what I mean? So that is the difference between the two of it at the minute. So interesting times. Alan Buxton says, what channel shows the game? Alan Buxton, you've got to go onto FEF TV. You can download the app from Google Play or the Apple Store. There is a website as well, but it does cost you $9.99 a month to subscribe to the platform. You get to watch as much Primera, REF, EF, FFFF TV as you want. But more importantly, we just keep it for the Malaga games. Here's Loren for Antequera, trying to cut inside Danny Sanchez. Danny Sanchez doesn't want to commit.
No, he really doesn't, does he?
He's really standing up here. Do you think Paisene maybe needs to introduce Murillo here sooner rather than later?
Yeah, to be fair, I am quite surprised he didn't do it at half-time. As we mentioned, he's never been scared. Well, not scared is not the word. He's never been too concerned about making that kind of change.
Well, that's a bad ricochet there, but here come Malaga out the back. Antequera, we're slow to start in the first couple of minutes. These last 5 seem to have got the foot on the ball a little bit more.
They have, definitely.
Well, that's not what you want from Danny Sanchez there. Don't be taking it and then getting yourself a yellow for thing. Here's Loren again. Wins himself a corner for Antequera.
It does definitely look like they're danger, man.
Well, it also
one of the guys,
doesn't it?
Yeah, one of the guys in the chat says earlier, if only we could swap Lorenz.
Well, that would be lovely. That'd be grand.
I wonder if we'll be seeing our mate in roughly 29 minutes. I think Lauren comes on the 79th minute every game.
Possibly the Lauren moment. Carl Smith says these are here for the taking. Awful. Well, like you say with Ian as well. What a miss that was. Completely agreed. Being an issue all season, he says, not taking the chances and killing the game off early. 100% agree with that as well. We had a chance there for definite. But even in that first half, we're trying to get the opportunities and try and kill a game off, put ourselves 2-3 goals to the good. Going 1-0 up and just sort of like inviting pressure doesn't do anybody any favours, does it?
It really don't. I mean, if La Rubia puts that chance away, I mean, what's happened since then? Antequera 2 corners, Antequera a little bit of they've like up the tempo kind of thing. At 2-0 down, the game for me is done.
Oh, definitely. Oh, it's in there. And it drop.
Oh
that's a chance for Antequera. He's kind of just slashed at it there outside of the boot, and it's just spun away past the left-hand post of Herrero. But that's another big opportunity for Antequera there. Malaga live to fight another day. Terrible bloody finish, though, to be
Really
fair.
is,
I know
really
might
is.
be put through it,
I must say, though, Nick, and I don't know if you guys in the chat agree, it's been a fun game. The first 20 minutes, 25 minutes, a bit dull, but I am enjoying this. Both teams going at each other, a couple of tackles, etc. I would be enjoying it more if La Rubia would have scored that goal. But it's, I mean, we've sat here several times and looked at the game, and we've been talking about Yeovil and all kinds of shit, haven't we, for a long time?
Yeah, exactly. That's just because Alex isn't here. That's why.
Yeah.
Put that on our Yeovil bingo card. 52
Yeovil
minutes.
bingo.
Well, here they come again. They just this Loren down the right hand side cuts it back. Well dealt with by Gennaro.
I definitely think Danny Sanchez needs to come off.
Oh, Kevin Medina, you're spoiling us.
Guapa.
He's bloody going for it. Tries to play him.
Offside.
Lovely little dummy step over there.
Did you
Kevin.
see Kevin's on a yellow card, Nick?
Kevin did
on
get a yellow card in the first half. Yeah. So he's
because Kevin don't mind being a bit feisty when he wants. So that's another head. What needs to just do what he's just done then.
No.
Focus on the football.
He's asking for it though. He's saying, play that sooner, let it go sooner, which has been a bit of a criticism of Kevin's game this season. Does like to keep hold of the ball just for a little bit longer than he should, but that was a bit of a treat. Playing yourself out of pressure, playing yourself out from the back, little step over and just pace.
Still a long time away, Nick, but like 10 games in, if we have a bit of a budget come January, is there anything what you're thinking we need to improve with?
I think most would probably say if we can go and get ourselves a proper goal scorer, someone who guarantees you a goal every single game, then I wouldn't say no to that. I think we are lacking a little bit in creative midfielders as well. We've got a lot of midfielders.
Yeah.
Sangali, Gennaro, Juanpe, Lorenzo, but a lot of them are of the same mold.
Yeah.
So I think, we need to have some more. Oh, that is a gift. Kevin! What?
Go!
It is an absolute gift from Antequera. Put on a plate for Kevin there. He tried to play it out from the back. He put it straight onto his foot, and he just wrapped it into the top of the goal. And Kevin Medina capping a good performance so far with yet another goal, Luke. This is Kevin Medina, the goal scorer era.
I think we spoke a lot about Kevin in the summer regarding what kind of Kevin we need and what we want. And I think he's came and he wants to be a Malaga player. We can see he's all over this. And that goal, I feel that goal has been celebrated in San Mamés, watching Bilbao versus Valencia.
I have to say, Ben here in the Telegram group said Kevin has wasted 2 breaks this half, lacking end product again.
Ben, we've all been there. We've all been there, mate.
Ben, that is the GiriCast commentator curse right there. If anything, you have helped. You have helped with this.
Don't feel bad. Don't feel bad.
We've done that.
This is why we call Lauren Zuniga so much, because we want him to do so well. But he's shite. But we want him to do well.
Oh, great from Kevin Medina there as well. And it's always got to be, I don't know about you, but for you, Luke, but I've always got to call him Kevin Medina now.
Yeah.
To do that. And it always used to be Kevin. But it's full on Kevin.
To me, in Yorkshire, probably same as everywhere else, if you know a Kevin, he's known as Kev. It's just our Kev.
Our Kev.
But the only Kevin I know is Kevin McAllister off Home Alone. So this has got to be Kevin Medina,
or the brother of Alexis McAllister.
True.
Plays for some Belgian team or something.
Well, again, a great time to score. I thought Antequera just had a bit of fire in the belly. Hopefully, that's knocked it out of him, and I don't think there's any reason why we're away again here.
I thought
don't see why we can't go on to get 3 or 4 here.
No, we should do. You should do. This is the kind of game. This is, and I'll give you an equivalent. Blackpool and Fleetwood, they're in the same league. However, Blackpool are a much bigger football club than Fleetwood. And sometimes you've just got to put them back in their place.
Of course you do.
Even though you're on the same pitch, in the same league, you've just got to put them back in their place. Because they think that, a scalp against you is their World Cup final and the best thing ever. You've just got to put them back in their place.
Couldn't agree more. We have a certain North London rival who we have similar things with. but we ain't getting into that.
Oh, another big save from Herrero.
Yeah.
Just had to close his legs for that one.
I can see how Antequera have done well in this division.
Yes, I know. I agree with you on that one, to be fair. I think against some of the more less resolute sides, you can see how I do think points.
Like we've just seen from our second goal, that maybe is their Achilles heel. Similar to Málaga last year. Give away stupid goals, but they do look dangerous going forward.
Kameni wouldn't have done that, would he?
No. Do you think we'll see Kameni on 89th minute just coming on for a cameo? I think every Málaga fan wants to see that.
Maybe that's what he's put into his contract, saying, I want to register me before the Málaga game. I want to play. Get me on for 2 minutes. I'll have my lap of honour. Well, 57 minutes on the clock, and the Málaga fans are doing the Poznan. You know it's serious right now.
The guys. I love that. I love that.
That is absolutely Chris Marquez.
Where is Marquez? We are massive.
Just text him saying, start the Viking thunderclap. That's what we want to see.
Yeah.
Oosh. But no, like you say, this is a massive result, in the grand scheme of things. Not just for playing a local team, playing a team in form, but also keeping really in the race with the top three, and that top three is starting to put a bit of gap between there as well. So I think definitely. Next down, if I remember rightly, I think it was Algeciras on 18. I want to say I don't know if that's right. I'll just check that for us now, but I'm pretty sure they're on 18 points, and Málaga, as it stands, on 23. Yeah, so look at that there already. Between fourth and third, and already a 5-point gap. If you go further down to where Antequera are, they're currently in 6th position, just outside of the playoffs on 15. That's an 8-point gap there. Real Murcia, by the way, who we play at the back end of November, they've really got themselves into contention too. They're up to 5th at the minute. They were buried a few weeks ago, weren't they?
Something must have happened to start with them, because I think if I remember seeing with the bookies that Murcia was actually the favourites for this league. Yeah,
no, they seem to have spent well and seem to have prepared well. Again, another big club at this level.
Yeah, it might. I mean, a lot of teams at this level, every team's probably had anything between 10 and 15 new players. Teams are going to take time to gel, and I believe that Malaga's had that. Although we've had results, I think it has taken time to gel.
No, 100% agree with you there. And like you say, to see, Antequera was second bottom after I think 5 games.
Yeah,
they've really done well to get themselves into the thick of it. But if those three can really, put a bit of pace, put a bit of a gap between them, kind of make a little of a mini league themselves.
Yeah.
Then you know exactly what you're up against every weekend, don't you? You know what you have to do. You know how you have to win. But let's not forget, this is a difficult league to get out of, and it's not about being in that top 2, that top 3. It's about being that top 1.
We've got to,
we've got in there because it just makes things so much easier in terms of promotion.
The playoff is a total lottery.
It really is. I think Murillo is about to come on for Sanchez. So
I think Murillo looks a big boy as well, Nick.
He is. I don't know what they're feeding him down there, to be fair.
Is that our man there tonight with a black blazer, grey chinos?
Wow. Yeah, he's looking good. He's looking good. Guy. Frederick says that effort from the Antequera keeper is a real gift to Kameni. Would be funny if he comes in to be their new number 1. I'd be good. Though, who put it in the group before? I think it was Ian. He's been given the number 8.
Yeah, so strange.
Kameni goalkeeper with the number 8
number. Strange.
And Antonio Rodriguez says, Vamos Málaga as well. Vamos Antonio.
Vamos Antonio.
2 goals to the good. Danny Sanchez now with their own for Diego Murillo. Didn't know Murillo's first name.
No, I didn't.
Quite like a Diego.
Diego Murillo.
Gennaro spreads it out wide to Joaquin. Joaquin with plenty of room. Joaquin putting in another brilliant performance, by the way.
Really has come into his own.
I heard you mention on my behalf a couple of weeks ago, Luke, about the love of Delmas. Even a few years ago, Victor Garcia, that kind of roaming right back, who can do a bit of everything.
Yeah.
And Hocking's just going from strength to strength in this side at the minute, which is brilliant.
I think the first few games, Hakeem sent a more of a centre half right back.
Yeah, you would have thought
4 or 5 games
with his stature as well.
Direct. Yeah, it's been fantastic.
I thought Herrera would manage to get the bounce on that goal.
Imagine.
I'm going to maybe make a wild accusation here, but I think this might be Antequera's second goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean? In terms of just...
Nick, I have just had a message from a legend who it proves he watches this. A certain Keith Bell. He just put nothing wrong with €30 shirts.
No, he's right. There is nothing wrong with those.
There is nothing wrong with €30 shirts.
I will give you that one. I might have accidentally bought one for 50 quid to be fair. So let's just keep an eye on that and see. It said in the box, it went, bought from La Rosaleda in September. I was like, sounds legit. Sounds legit. But if I was wanting to sell a fake football shirt, I'd write that too.
Why not? Why not?
So let's just see what turns up.
I'll tell you what, over the years, not Málaga, but I've had some absolute beauties from your DH gate and stuff like that.
I'd have to check the code, to be fair. You know my thoughts on DH gate. Oh, dearie me. Yeah, I think just the real one that eludes me now is a Champions League shirt with a collar. That's the only one that really eludes me.
Yeah.
There's one on eBay that's coming from Ukraine, and it's up there for 135 quid.
Damn.
Madness.
Actually, I have got to say thank you to Paul Henahan for this. Last week when I were at the Salford versus Swindon game, no, bro. Yeah, I got a message from Paul. So regarding Spider's book, he found a link for a tenner. He sent it me because everywhere where I've been looking, it's a lot of money. It ran eBay. So I bought it and it came Friday. However, like I say, I were on the old razzle. And then Laura said to me earlier, she says, you haven't looked at your book yet. I said, yeah, because I don't know where it fucking is. So I've just remembered now it's downstairs, and so that's something. I'll send you guys a picture later. But Paul, thank you. I will be reading it.
I need to get that. I've seen it. I think someone saw it quoted up there for about 200 quid. If I remember
honestly, if you a lot of places what you click on, it's anything from 200 to 150 quid, euros, dollars, whatever.
Why is it? Is it just rare?
It must be a rarity. But I'm very much looking forward to reading it.
Yeah, that or Reggie knows what he's doing. Old Cashamondo.
And I am normally a picture guy. You might not know, but I am not a reader.
Oh no. I wonder if
I'm a world soccer kind of guy.
My wife is at the minute we've just prepared the back room to turn it into, check this, a library. So we're basically putting some bookcases up in the back room.
Yeah,
we're going to call it the library. So I wonder if I could maybe sneak that onto my bookshelf and it's and see if it goes unnoticed. But
is that the west wing of Bell Towers or the east wing?
There's no wings in my house. It's just front rooms and back rooms. Oh, another little dashing run here from La Rubia.
Oh, Carl, straight on to Paul. Send me the next link.
Yeah, just put and me, Paul.
I do apologise, Paul. I needed to say thank you, mate. I'll get you a certain Cerveza on the 18th, or even the 3rd. I think. Did you say that you're nipping out the first weekend of December as well? Snake.
clearly got Gary Cass favourites as our Paul. I'm supposed to be cut from the same cloth. Oh, and there we go. The game has disappeared into the corner beyond where we can see.
I do think as well, Nick. I think you said it at half time. Something with the floodlights. They definitely must have taken a bit of warming up or something, because they do look fine now.
Yeah, it is definitely a little bit brighter now than it was before, especially down this corner, which, well, that's what the corner looks like. Cool. Who the fuck is that?
Hey, Squeak, just going back to the link regarding the book, like Paul said at the start, it were on eBay, but it was, I can't remember the spelling. It never spelt Malaga. It was like Malaga or something like that. So like Paul said, that you have to put the spelling as it is. So I mean, I don't recommend playing like Countdown and just typing any letters in trying to find a certain thing.
eBay's a complete like.
I've never had it. It's Laura's. I've never had it in my life.
Well, I got shocked for that another Malaga shirt. Which, to be fair, I'm not too fussed about it, if I'm honest with you, because it's that the one you've got, which is the kind of like really bright purple and luminous.
Yeah, with the neon. Yeah,
the neon one, and that was on there on Vinted. And I think I'd bid like £17.50 for it, and he'd gone for it. I was like, cool, right, I can buy it now. But then it had gone by the time I came to pay for it, and I was like, what's going on? Like, is everything all right? And to be fair to me, he messaged me saying, "Oh, sorry, I just sold it on eBay." And I went straight into that Telegram group. I went, right, which one of you has bought that kit? Because it's got to be someone in here. No one is going on eBay buying Malaga shirts just for the fun of it. So who is it? And I think it was, if I remember rightly, Colin from over in Ireland. And he's not told me how much he paid for it yet, though, to be fair. So I don't know if he's paid the premium or if he would have got it for cheaper than I would have got it. So,
like we've said, Nick, you created this monster.
Yeah.
You now could be bidding against someone who you've encouraged to get Malaga shirts.
Create a market. But to be fair, people are really before me, to be honest.
Game just seems to have settled a little bit now. I mean, Antequera coming forward again, but nothing comes of it. I think Malaga have maybe taken the foot off the pedal a little bit in terms of an attacking force.
Yeah, I think
it's quite sensible. Just take more sting out of the game.
I think they're quite ready to see it out, to be honest. That's what Hayes does, to be honest. He's not someone who's going to go for the juggler, as he says. Just keep yourselves nimble. Maybe with one eye onto the game against Baracaldo midweek.
That's naughty.
That's definitely going to be a free kick. This could be a yellow here for Einar. I don't know what you can say about. He's definitely wiped him out there.
Yeah, he has. It like a clothesline from hell kind of thing.
Let's just hope it's not anything worse than here. There's no card.
There's a lot of arms going around. I don't think he's given anything.
No, he's waved it off. Well,
he's not touched him.
I don't know. You see, he looks like he's punched him in the dick to me there, Luke.
Depends how big the gentleman is. So Destiny's just coming on now. FEF TV earlier.
Honestly, they need to sort themselves out. He was put down for a booking earlier.
Danny Sanchez got booked. Somehow, Destiny's name came up. Destiny's only just coming onto the pitch. I know we all get things wrong, but how can you get it that wrong?
Maybe this is Destiny's child. Who knows?
Yeah.
Hey,
you know.
You don't get paid the big bucks. Anyway, so Destiny's on the pitch now in place of Ale Garcia. Ale Garcia is one of their more prominent players as well, so he's had quite a quiet game in the grand scheme of things. Loren seems to be the man down that right-hand side for them. But again, it's not managed to get the rub of it so far. 70 minutes on the clock, 20 minutes left here in Antequera. Malaga, 2 goals to the good. 1 for the first half, an absolute thunder rocket from Gennaro. And then 1 in the second half, a gift from the gods. Antequera's goalkeeper just put it on a plate for Kevin to finish with a plum as well. Wasn't like a little pass either, was it? He was making sure for definite.
Yeah, he took it well. Definitely took it well.
I hope Herrera's all right. Destiny's just absolutely clattered into him. And here comes Kevin now as well. Who's up ahead of him there? Can he get his shot off? Larubia onto his left. No, wrong ball that. Was that Dione just going through the middle there?
Yeah.
Yes, it was. Yeah, that was. And rightly shouting at him as well, to be fair, Luke. That is just look at Dione there.
If you're a goal scorer, you're wanting that ball.
You just need to put it in his path.
Yeah. again, without question, I mean, Antequera looked dangerous coming forward, but we now could be 4 up from simple things. I've only just noticed that they're sponsored by Sabor a la Malaga.
Sabor a la Malaga and Unicaja as well, by the looks of things as well. So I know that Sabor, the Malaga authority said they were splitting it this season.
Yeah,
so usually it all went into Malaga's pot, but it's been split this season between the two of them. But even if you look underneath, I assume that is what looks to be the logo of Unicaja as well, the bank.
It is, yeah, it is.
Ooh.
Nah.
Sit down. Sit down.
I thought that I was about to say great strike.
Oh no.
I think the Antequera kit is actually quite nice, to be fair.
It is quite nice. I'm just admiring the behind the goal stand as well. That's a nice tree.
That's a beautiful tree. I don't know if you saw it then, Nick. I think a couple of our lads are actually arguing. Kevin, I think it must have been Kevin and Dione, which it must have been about the previous attack. Well, look, they're still arguing.
Well, they are, yeah. Dione looks like he's being replaced here.
Yeah, here comes Juan Hernandez, who I've liked the look of him.
Yeah, Lorenzo's also looking like he's coming on, but I'm not too sure who for. I'd like to assume either Juanpi or La Rubia. I think it might have been La Rubia. No, there's La Rubia.
Has he took Dione off? Dione and Kevin?
Dione's definitely come off. And
Kevin, I think he was.
Oh, and Kevin's come off as well.
Yeah.
Right, then that's interesting.
The only bad thing about that change now potentially is that our opener certain fella's going to come on for the last 10 minutes. Hightam, mate, I don't know if he's going to now. He likes his Roberto change, doesn't he? Like on normally.
No, he does. Yeah. So just confirming, Lorenzo on for Dione, and looks like Kevin has been replaced by Juan Hernandez. That should hopefully be confirmed there. Well, that should be an interesting changing room right now if they were bickering as they went off the pitch. Let's see what goes on off it.
I don't mind that change though, Nick, to be honest.
Well, it makes sense. I don't think Dione's had the best game of his life either. I don't think he's been too bad. I think he's done what he needed to do.
Yeah, not that Evan's done anything wrong. Just I don't mind we're putting Daniel Lorenzo in there, maybe just stabilising a little bit more. End of the day, we're 2-0 up. It would be nice to get a third, but we don't need to do anything overly special right now.
No, just protecting. You got to remember as well, Kevin is on a yellow card too, so just mitigates any kind of accidents that could happen because we don't want to lose him for the longer term. But like I said, I'd like to be a bit of a fly on the wall at the minute. See what's happening in that changing room. I won't understand a bloody word they're saying, but
no.
I could tell by yesterday, and that's how I listened to the Malia game, just by tone.
As long as we don't see David Picon putting a headline out there that there's been bocadillas flying around the changing rooms, but I don't think I don't think Dione's a man who chucks his bocadilla.
Kevin in A&E with a bocadilla in his eye.
I know we don't normally get in with the Spanish comments, Nick. We normally leave that to Alex, etc. But what is your favourite bocadilla?
Oh, my favourite bocadilla.
We don't normally get a chance to answer this bit.
Well, I don't know. If you used to ask me what my favourite butty is, I'd have to say an egg boy. I love an egg boy. Butty. But if I was buying a bocadilla whilst I was in Spain, I think I would be jamon and queso. Well.
All day.
Keep it simple.
Nice and simple.
Can't hot or cold as well. You know what I mean? Like, take it either way.
Yeah.
So, what about yourself?
Exactly the same, mate. Queso y jamon.
Yeah. I notice how we don't venture into the more like adventurous.
That's all we know. That's all we know.
That's all we know.
I'm expecting in the community now. I'm expecting cart out.
You put these ruffles in a sandwich, jamon and queso, por favor. You do a bocadillo like this?
To be honest as well, me and Laura, for what game right now? We were on a Friday night last season. We were there so early, but we were sat outside La Saleda 2 cañas, a bocadillo, and that is by far the best sandwich I have ever had. Just looking at the stand as well from outside.
I'm looking forward to the Alcayano game as well, because my best mate has announced that he's basically been engaged for like 7 years. And they've kind of like gone, oh, we've not got round to it yet. So they've set a date now for January. And they just go, look, we're just going to get married. We're just going to do our own thing, you know. So can we arrange stag do's? I'll have to tell you off air about what the actual stag do plan, but we're also going to treat Malaga like a little mini stag do as well. So I think we can have a lot of fun doing that. So plenty of cerveza to be drank, and then
Certainly is.
Day after to recover, I need to like go sit and lie by the beach or something.
Well, I was explaining to Laura earlier because we didn't want a McDonald's, but Laura had some points to get rid of on her app. So we had a McDonald's earlier. But I explained to her because I says, a pre-match meal in time has been a quick Mackey's before getting on ale. But I did say at the last Gearycast meet, we ended up having some tapas, didn't we?
Yeah. No, that's what I would go, to be fair. Carl Smith in the comments there. Guessing ham and cheese are the only 2 ingredients known by the current panel? Absolutely not.
Yes, amigo.
Absolutely not. I'm just a ham and cheese guy. That's all it is.
To be fair, yeah. If I were to get a meal deal, I'd have the ham and cheese sandwich. I don't venture into all these things. If
there's a bocadillo there that maybe has got, you know, slices of chorizo inside or something like that, it'd be quite nice. Like a version of the Italian BMT from Subway.
Yeah, we'd take that.
Like a bocadillo with, you know, jamon iberico, chorizo, and another hamon that you can get from Spain. There is one that begins with P, but I can't quite remember it. But
no, they. So I suppose now that is a question for the community. What is your favorite bocadillo?
Well, let's wait for Mr. 1800 day Duolipo.
Yeah, here we go.
Is that right?
Here we go. We've got e salsa picante.
That's yes. Yeah, why not?
Like a salsa sauce, I guess.
I think so. Yeah. And salsa picante. Yeah. So that must be the picante is the little tapa, isn't it?
Yeah.
He's testing us now.
The only thing sometimes you've got to be careful is when adding chorizo, you need el rene for the chest. When acid gets hold of you.
See, I'm just built different. Doesn't happen to me. I just love it, and it's one of the best. You know, we have tapas nights all the time here.
Yeah, we're massive fans. Massive fans of it.
Red wine sauce is just
you can't beat
my favorite tapa.
I do love chorizo. I do love chorizo. It just kind of attacks me after. But I'm a massive croquetas fan. I love a good croquetas.
Oh no! That to be fair, we can't have them anymore because my wife's gluten free. So it's not quite cracked the gluten free market for croquetas yet. What's your favorite croqueta?
Queso y jamón. We do know more. We do know this, but this is the best. My favorite cerveza is queso y jamón. See, it's queso y jamón outside.
I quite like getting the jamon iberico just in a cone from Malaga. Have you ever been in Snow Shop?
Yeah.
Both of those get ice creams, and I get just like a cone of meat, and it's completely normal. So, SLH29620 says, "What is the score? Suenta va el partido." It is currently 2-0 to Malaga Club de Football, guys. I forgot that we haven't put our little score up in the corner.
Oh, it's late now. It's late now, Nick. It's late now.
We've just been rushing it onto the live stream this evening. We fucked everything off, guys. I do apologise. I'm interested to see. So you do get what your favourite bocadillo is into the Telegram group, guys. Be quite interested to know. And this is what I've also spotted on a few of the shirts as well, Luke. I don't know if you have, but some of them have got different name lettering depending on which player is. So if you look at Solano coming on here now, he's got different lettering to the lad who's coming off. What's all that about?
Very strange.
Do we live in Malaga in the UK? We are UK based. Part of our Giricast team are also based in Spain as well. So Chris Marquez in Benalmádena, Matthew Harrison in Marbella, and Alex Ashmore, who has recently just relocated to the city of Madrid.
In fact, now, Nick, we are outnumbered.
We are the actual Girries of the Giricast. Let's call a spade,
Even if we expand out to Rossio. It's a 4-2 Latin swing currently.
Aye, but we'll get to go to Anfield for the Football Content Awards.
Yes.
Swings around you can keep your 227 days of sunshine. I like it in the rain here, but I get to go to watch the Football Content Awards. Don't you worry about it.
For anybody else who's asking the score, we have got an alternative because Nick's forgot. We have this. They're much cheaper branded. So if I can hold this now.
Just hold up in the corner. If I move you around over here now and we switch, just hold up in the corner for a bit. There we go. Perfect.
It's been a great game.
Who needs the mess? Who needs the mess? You can tell
10 minutes to go, Nick. I'm not asking you if you think it's over. We can't be doing that because we know what happens after questions like that. But do we think it's been a good performance as of yet?
Yeah, do you know what? I think, like you say, we've dealt with everything that's in front of us. They've got a certain way of playing, which is, you said before, Luke, they clearly are successful with that. So the fact that we've mopped it up quite easily, they've not really caused us too much aggro, have they?
No. I mean, in truth, looking back at past fixtures, how many saves has Herrero actually had to make when you think about it? We talk about... Actually, we don't... High Time's coming on.
Well, he's 4 minutes late with the Lorenz Zuniga change.
The man. One thing what has gone under the radar in this run of no defeats is that our defensive stats are insane.
Oh, no, I can see that this back four that we've got now at the minute is pretty much locked in, not just due to the fact that we've got injuries, but I think also as well, they just have hit the rhythm. They just know what to do, don't they? So, and Herrero as well. That double save against Castilla. I know. Don't know if you were on the pod this week, Luke, but I couldn't. No, I wasn't on it because I had two lovely little children in my house guests, so it was just full screaming. I thought there's no chance I'm doing a podcast tonight without noise in the background.
Unfortunately, I was making wire, so I couldn't make it. But yeah, I listened to it, and they did actually give Herrero a lot of praise for that save, and rightly so.
Oh, brilliant! Well, the podcast named after him as well. Can't do much better than a Bonnie Tyler song to name your podcast after. But
I do think this is a big part of our season now. This Nick Hightown coming on because I do believe he's such a great player. He really is.
Hightown number 7 as well. So that is a big number.
That could be actually no, because I'm not going to jinx it. I'm going to say that could be a shirt what I am going to buy. I'm not normally a name and number guy. Ooh. However, I know if we're at La Losaleda a month before the January window and I buy that, I know what's going to happen. He will be gone.
Let me just relocate a second.
Ben with the mixto. Good choice. And Carl Ocon Branston.
Do we like this?
Yeah. That is exactly what I'm on about. But I think we've said before, Malaga fans do enjoy an ex-player. When you go to a game, there's as many.
They love a lone player as well. Like I think it is Carl who's got Villalba on the back of his shirt.
Yeah, you can't fall in love with a lone player, Carl.
It's impossible. It's impossible not to be fair.
He was a good player, like he was a great player, and I don't actually think he's getting in. He's not starting for Sporting.
Oh well, Sporting Gijón are flying at the minute as well. It's good to see.
I do see Ruben Yanez shares several videos of more great saves what he makes per game.
Out of nowhere, his career is really burst into life, isn't it? But this would be a nice game capped off here if Hightown can announce himself back with a goal. So just something to keep us happy. No sign of Kameni warming up to come onto the pitch, which is an awful shame as well. Yeah. But we'll have to deal with what we've got. Oh, Destiny with a big header. He's a big lad up front as well, isn't he?
He's a very big lad.
Oh, here he comes. Oh, Hernandez drops. Finish. Ooh. either side of the keeper there. That's what you want, isn't it?
You don't see many players with Under Armour on in Spain.
No.
I just noticed Juan Payas as well.
Well, it's starting to get a little bit colder there. That's a great take as well, that, to be fair, Luke. On the spin, that ball.
Yeah, it is.
You'll know more than anyone. That's not an easy.
It's not,
technique.
definitely.
Do you think Hernandez has been kind of like left out a bit more than he should be? I've been impressed with every he plays.
I have. I think he's a very good player, but I think his injury came at just the wrong time because he scored against, was it Atleti B or Granada B? He scored a great goal and then he was out for 3 weeks. But yeah, I mean, I think he's looking like a very good player.
More and more
left-footed players just hit different. I don't know what it is about him. He's we've always spoken about it.
Well, that's the big thing.
Yeah. But yeah, even though it's 10 minutes or so, Hightown being back on that pitch, again, maybe I wouldn't risk him against Baracaldo. Maybe a little cameo off at bench. But then if he's ready to go for Cordoba, then again, brilliant. Bit of bad news about Ramon, where they've said he's not going to be ready till December.
Yeah, it's a strange one, that. But again, you just don't want to risk him, do you?
No.
Maybe similarly to what happened last season, he kind of comes in as a bit of a new signing kind of feel to him. But maybe Pace is just keeping him locked up until the end of the January transfer window. And then
potentially
we'll unleash him in February.
Potentially. The Malaguistas have got the scarves out. Unfortunately, I don't think Chris saw my message. I texted him saying, "Chris, start the thunderclap." I've seen him doing it yet.
I've not seen it just yet, but he's not one to intervene, is he, Chris?
No,
he's not one to ask that of people.
Not Chris.
He's too humble. He's too humble and too calm.
I liked his first question to Kike Perez. Do you care about the game today? Come on. Imagine if he just said with a Buccaneer in his hand. No, not really.
What was it? I'm trying to think of the actual. I think he said, "Are you interested in the game today?"
Yeah,
wasn't it?
That's
what got it. I was like, "Are you interested in the game today?"
It may have been the Dutch, Spanish, English, all getting mixed up. But yeah, are you bothered?
Oh, fair play to him. Fair play to him. He must have collared him though. I
tell you what, it's a great little thing.
Like I say, it's something that we wanted to do for a very long time. So it's probably not in the format that we'd like to see it in just yet, but you never know.
It's nice that Kike stopped and had the time for him as well, to be fair.
Oh, absolutely, yeah, absolutely. And like you said, great of Chris to do it. Chris was there as a spectator today. So
I imagine Chris obviously had to not explain who the Geary Cast is because I do believe the club know, but he must have said who I am, etc.
Well, Carl says here in the Telegram, Chris is probably doing the thunderclap, but he's too small to see. Yeah, he's a small one.
The leprechaun.
My right to reply, actually, because I got
we got harshly done. I think you more than me.
As well. Not there to defend ourselves, and
we got slated.
Yeah, exactly. And we got the Geary Cast giant, and
I will admit, in time from the start of my appearance with the Geary Cast, I do try to slow the way I speak down. Because if I just talk normal, I don't think anyone, apart from Carl, would understand.
No, I think most of us understand you, to be fair. But that's what you can see. Like, I thought I had a northern accent.
Yeah.
Until I heard you speak. And then it was like, no, I might as well be speaking like London talk now, really, in the grand scheme of things. But 6 minutes has been put up on the board. There was actually 5 minutes put on the board, and I think the referees just indicated to add one more as well, which is always a fun part of additional time in Spain. It's never just cut and dry.
And now we've gone to a 5. It's gone back to a 5 now.
Oh, there we go then.
It might. I understand what you say. I understand what you're saying, Nick, but it might have just been an FEF TV thing.
I think it's definitely.
We know how FEF. I mean, we say everything about FAF TV, but we need to go back to 3-4 months ago when we were actually quite worried about the fact we might not be able to watch games, do things like this, etc.
Oh, that's not good from Lorenzo there. He had a lot more time on his hands than that. These two lads are massive. Huge. This number 23 looks like the Monstars from bloody Space Jam or something. Can't shoot for shit, though, to be fair.
Wow, what was that? What was that?
He's like the Monstars, just without the talent. He's just a battering ram, that's all he is. Malaga happy for Antequera just to play football in front of them at the minute. Like I said, they've got a 2-goal lead here. Going back to the city of Malaga. Obviously still within the same province as it stands.
Yeah, I think there'll be a few Peñas coaches going home happy again tonight. I mean, the guys mentioned it on the pod midweek. Obviously, we've taken 600 fans. We was only given 600 tickets, but I do think that's a good allocation in this small ground. However, I believe if Malaga got given 10,000 tickets for this game, they would sell out that 10,000 fans.
Absolutely.
The support has been insane. Who we got here?
I was going to say, I've seen this guy a few times now. It's like a rip-off of Super Bokeh. You know, Antequera 2 steps away from cutting our face off and wearing it. It feels like we'll have Hummel kits. We'll have Sabor a la Malaga as our sponsor. We'll sign Carlos Carmeni. We'll have a superhero mascot. Honestly, imitation is the highest form of flattery, but come on, lads, have your own identity.
I don't know about you, Nick, but I always I've got to be honest, I've got so many nice people / friends, etc. The Spanish on my Twitter, Malaga fans. Every time it goes to the away fans of any ground, I'm always looking like, do I know anyone? I'm obviously not going to know anyone, but I always have to look.
I must recognize you from your very small profile.
Yeah, exactly.
What? Thought Malaga might have won a free kick there. Looks like
that's that palm tree I was talking about. Top of the corner flag.
Yeah, there's more trees in this stand in this stadium than there should be.
Viva España. Viva Estadio España.
It's like how Fulham's new stand's got swimming pools on top of it.
Yeah,
Not
crazy.
But nice.
Crazy. I wonder what Antequera get on a normal game, attendance-wise. I can't say I've seen.
Do you know what? I think they are quite a well-supported club from what they are. Obviously, it's not the biggest place in the world. And I think maybe they suffer from the same sort of thing that Malaga suffers from, for an extent, is that, you know, people in this part of the world don't necessarily follow local football as much as they should do. You know, if you think about Malaga, you know, doing 27,000, 25,000 tickets for a game, the population of the city has got to be into the hundreds of thousands.
Exactly.
And, you know, we see them locking up fountains when Real Madrid are playing in Champions League finals. So there is a big causality to that, isn't it? I imagine Antequera is not too different.
Of course there is.
Oh, someone's been told.
Somebody's been sent off.
Is it Payser who's been told to...
I hope not, because this would be rather stupid on the 95th minute of 5 added on. It's not actually showed you, has it?
It's either that or it's going to be the nicely dressed assistant manager. Let's just confer to...
Saved by Herrero, and I believe that should be it, maybe.
Yeah, stay down, Alfonso, stay down.
But again, like you said earlier, Nick, Antequera, where they've come from, has been fantastic for them.
Oh, absolutely. And that is the full-time whistle. That is it in Antequera tonight. Malaga, 2 goals to the good. First half goal from Gennaro on 42 minutes, rifled in beyond the Antequera goalkeeper. And then quickly followed in the second half by Kevin Medina with an absolute gift from said goalkeeper to give it 2 goals to 0. What do you guys think of that then? That's Malaga up to joint second at the minute with Ibiza, both on 23 points. It is goal difference, the only thing that's separating them at the moment. And only 2 points behind runaway leaders Castellon as well. So I think, Luke, this puts us in a bloody fantastic position, doesn't it?
It's been an unexpected weekend, I'll put it that way, because I did not expect them to get beat. And if any result I thought Malaga might have actually dropped again today with recent performances, but yeah, it's been fantastic for us. And looking at that league table now, it fills us with a lot more. I wouldn't say confidence, because end of the day, we're 9 games unbeaten now. I think we've conceded 1 in his last 6. We're a good team. When they want to be a good team, we are a good team.
No, I absolutely agree with you there as well. And it's going to be a big game going into next weekend's home match. As we said earlier, there is a midweek game against Baracaldo up in Bilbao in the Copa del Rey. So keep your eye out on that. I don't think there'll be a live stream for that one, guys, because it's one of the very few games I think that's been selected for any kind of television. So unless it appears on,
I do think, though, Nick, for everybody, just keep your eye out. If you've got a Bet365 account, I know in recent years that they actually have live games on Bet365. I have no idea how or why, but they tend to have a lot of random games on there. So maybe it's something to look at. But like you were saying, Nick, I don't believe Malaga's actually been scheduled to be on a station.
I've not seen it added to any station rosters at the minute. I've been keeping my eye out for it all weekend. I don't know if someone like maybe, Malaga 101 will pick it up or anything like that, but we shall wait and see. But then next weekend, it is Cordoba that are visiting Malaga, and that is a game that is on the Sunday again, Sunday the 5th of November, 7 o'clock kickoff for the UK, 8 o'clock kickoff for Spain. It is the last match game of the weekend as well. So again, Malaga know exactly what they need to do for that game. And be interesting to see where we finish up in the league next weekend. So we've got some messages coming from the Telegram group. Sorry if you can't get through to us on the comments chat. Sorry as well if the YouTube stream has been a bit glitchy today. I do apologise for that. But Carl Smith says, job done, better performance than recently. Ben with a great result, took full advantage of those dropping points around us. Steve J with a lovely comment, 2-0 in their cup final. And certain Luke Chambers here saying, vamos, guys, vamos, vamos, vamos. So once again, whether you've joined us on YouTube or on Twitter, thank you very much for being part of the GearyCast live stream. We should be back next Sunday as Malaga take on Cordoba. Big game on the weekend as well. Another Andalusian derby to an extent. So, Luke, thank you very much for joining me this evening in your lovely, beautiful, resplendent Malaga new goalkeeper shirt. It is gorgeous as well, to be fair.
Thank you, Nick.
Laura's shirt. Beg my pardon if she's listening. Laura's shirt.
Yeah, Laura's shirt. Yeah, thanks a lot, mate. It's been fun as always. I think this has been the best game this season. It's been a good performance on Malaga. It's been a great weekend. I hope everyone's enjoyed. I hope you've had a good weekend. Vamos Malaga as always.
Yes, nice to see Malaga scoring more than one goal in the game. And there'll be a certain Mr. Matt Harrison currently sat in San Mamés. I don't know what the score is there at the minute, but I imagine he was screaming when he saw that Kevin Medina had notched once again. But thank you very much for joining us, guys. We will see you next week. The pod will be back out on Thursday morning. And once again, we'll be talking about yet another Malaga victory. Vamos Malaga. Siempre vamos Malaga. Adios. We'll see you later.